Mr. Goswill, I still can't hear you, sir. Hello, can you hear me? I think we're live, but I can't hear you. Can you speak? Let me see if it will reflect on the YouTube. Okay. Thanks, ma'am. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? I still can't hear you. We're live. Good evening, Amadi Chigozrim. Welcome to today's bootcamp. Good evening. Let's start coming in. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session of today's live. Okay, good evening, everyone. Let's come in if you're here with us. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's section. If you can hear us, just drop a comment or drop a message on the comments. Let's hear you and know that you're here. Our speaker is ready. Okay. Good evening, everyone. You're welcome to today's bootcamp. It will be an amazing time together. Are we ready? Drop your message in the comment. Let's know that you're ready. I want to feel our energy. I want to feel our energy. I can see Amadi Chigozrim. I can see Miss Nancy. Our speaker is also ready for us. So let's be sure that we are ready. Drop your comment and show your energy. We are here and we are live. While we wait for others, I officially welcome us to today's workshop. And okay, thank you, Miss Nancy. You can hear me. Please, I want us to share the live link to everyone that's supposed to be here, from your friends, For everyone that should be here, stay connected because our speaker is coming up anytime soon. He's ready for us, and we are also ready for him. Good evening, everyone. For those of us that's just joining us, welcome to day two of our workshop. Yesterday, we had an amazing time with Mr. Paul Chinedu here with us live in the studio. Quickly, we'll be doing a recap of what we did yesterday. So while this recap is going on, I encourage each and every one of us that is here already waiting. We don't want anyone to miss out, and I believe you don't want your friends to miss out on this and this knowledge that you're going to receive this night. So make sure to share the link. Tell them we have started, we are here, and we are ready. So I'll be doing a quick recap of our session with Mr. Paul yesterday. So yesterday, Mr. Paul gave us good tips that has helped him stay profitable with running Meta ads and Facebook advertising. So if you're just joining us, welcome. Welcome. Can you hear me? Welcome. If you're just joining us, welcome. Silas, I can see you. Good evening. Blessed, I can see you. Yes, we are here. Welcome. So yesterday, Mr. Paul gave us tips and keys that has helped him stay profitable with running Facebook and Instagram ads. And I'll be sharing some of them just quickly before our speaker comes up for today's workshop. Now, the first thing he said is test like your life depends on it. How many of us was here yesterday and remembered what he said? He said, test like your life depends on it. Test like your brand visibility depends on it. And he said, in the course of testing, he said, test different hooks, test different stories, test different creatives. And he also talked about testing different videos. So, how many of us remember? Yes. Yes, Amadi Chigodin, you said you were here yesterday. That's amazing. So remember when he was talking about testing, testing, and testing. Then the next thing he talked about, which that to help us stay profitable, he said, test your offers, write different stories, test infographics. He also said we should make our offer 10 times more valuable. And how we do that is by making it compelling, right? Then the next key he gave on your creative. Focus on making sure that your creative is valuable. Okay. Then he also talked about knowing the pain points of your target audience. He said, knowing the pain points of your target audience. So he said, know the pain points of your target audience to help you, you know, to help you write the best creatives. 15 biggest pain points of your target audience. At least 15 pain points of your target audience. And you can do that by going to ChatGPT. For those of us that was here yesterday, please indicate and let me know that you remember what we learned yesterday. Then he also talked about testing various hooks. He said test various hooks, shooting different hooks. He said it will give you leverage and to help you study what is working. To help you study what is working. Then he also talked about doubling down on what is already working. You don't have to start afresh. You don't have to do all the brainstorm yourself. He said you should use tools like Facebook ads. Said you should use tools like Facebook ads. Okay. Then he said the moment you get what is working, you should do it at least 100 times. 100 times, according to him, 100 times may seem too much, but it can never be too much for your brand. Yeah. So if you get what is working, at least 100 times. Okay, so quickly we'll be calling up our speaker. Quickly, we'll be calling up our speaker right now, and he's with us on the stage now. Our speaker for today is Mr. Goswin Apan. Let me get some drum rolls. Mr. And he's Mr. Goswin Apan is our advertising strategist that will be taking us today. In today's crowded and competitive marketplace, many businesses struggle to stand out and make meaningful connections with their audience. But for our speaker today, he's a certified advertising strategist and brand manager, and he has helped businesses communicate clearly, grow intentionally, and attract the right customers with a certification from Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria. Okay, then throughout his career, he has worked with both tech and non-tech brands in building communication strategies that engage their audiences, their partners, and their investors. His impact to major corporations as a growth manager from VitalSwap, a fintech startup brand in the United States, he has played a key role. He has also played a key role in this. So we'll be welcoming our speaker today, Mr. Goswin Apan. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. You're on the stage now. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir.
Welcome, sir. Okay, please just confirm that you can hear me. Miss Moderator, please.
We can hear you, sir. I
We
can
can
hear
hear
you,
you, sir. I
sir.
can hear you, sir. Okay, 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 making sense. So really super excited to actually be here. I was actually given 1 hour to navigate this conversations. I want to hope that at the end of the day, you can be able to get something really, really valuable. All right. So um, I would love to actually share my screen. I don't know if you have the screen with you. Success. Okay, good. Please let's see what's on the screen. All right. So it's going to be very brief. All right. Let's see how we can be able to navigate the conversations. I'm so sorry. We've spent a lot of time on the back end, trying to navigate if she can hear me or not. But I'm super excited that I'm here now. All right. Okay. As she has mentioned, my name is Godswill. So I'm looking at the chat in YouTube. I'm trying to see, what's actually going on. Let's see how I can be able to touch on this, really quickly. All right. So my focus here is to show you how you can be able to navigate attraction marketing. Or all right. So these are the exact things I did to make over say 10 to 20 million naira monthly from um my agency. All right. So if you run it, if you actually have a digital skill, what I'm about to share with you can really, really, really help you to navigate your journey. All right. It will be swift, it will be vicious, and it will be very, very sweet. All right. Let's actually get into it. So now on my screen is the foundation. Let's get into so please let's see how we can be very fast. I'm already please let's actually get into good. So first things first is that if you really want to make a lot of money, the essence of this was I was asked to show you how you can be able to get really amazing clients without chasing them, without struggling, for most of those clients. Client acquisition is super amazing, but sometimes it gets really overwhelming when you're the one chasing, when you're the one struggling, when you're the one trying to get the client, all right? But then what you're about to see here is the exact way I was able to use to navigate my part at such a very young age. And it's something that you two can also learn, to see how you can be able to get the best of the conversation. So, first things first is that you need to understand what blue ocean uh, strategy is about. And the essence of this is that there's something we refer to as the red ocean. What's the red ocean? And the red ocean is where you have the sharks, you have the whales, and you have the guys who have all them you know, great and big marketing budget, all right, but you are just actually coming up and then you want to make a lot of money for yourself, all right. So one way that you can be able to navigate this is to see that you define your market, all right. So what does this mean? It means that if you want to start attracting really quality clients, the foundation is to define your market. So if you say you are to define your market, what does this mean in essence? It means that you should know who you serve, the problem you solve, and how you do it differently. Who you are serving, the problem you're solving, and how you're doing it differently. All right. So there are a lot of social media managers online. Everybody are saying, "Oh my God, we are social media manager. I'm a social media manager. I'm a social media," and all of those amazingness. All right, but then one way you can be able to differentiate yourself, all right, as you're entering the market, is to position and say that you are a social media strategist that help, let's say, coaches grow their social media presence. So now you've now niched down to say you are focused on actually helping coaches and consultants, to grow their social media presence. When I actually started online, say in 2019, I was focused on personal brands. This was exactly what I was doing. I've worked with really amazing, super amazing personal brands that you can actually think of, from entertainment to business to influencers, to celebrities, name them. I've just really helped them to navigate their personal brands online because I created a niche for myself. In fact, it was this that bettered my agency. All right. And then from there, we'll transition into doing super amazing stuff. All right. So this is something that you can do and you can get super amazing results for yourself. First things first, define your market. Know who you serve, know the problem you solve, and how you do it differently. Let's go to the next slide. Yeah, the next slide, please. The next slide. Yeah. So yes, just after this, the next one. Yeah. So okay, please. You have to go back a bit. Success, you have to go back a bit. Good, good. So now the next phase of the conversation is your ideal customer profile. So you have defined your market. You now know that you don't want to serve everybody. You just want to focus on a particular sect or a particular niche. All right. So we all agree that the riches is in the niches. All right. So this is something that you can be able to navigate yourself and get the results that you so desire. So the next phase of the conversations in working on your foundations is to know who your ideal customer profile is. So your ideal customer profile is a clear description of the exact type of person or business that has a perfect fit for your offer. It's about knowing who you serve best so you can market smarter, sell faster, and attract great clients who actually value your work. When you know your ICP, you stop talking to everyone and start attracting the right people effortlessly. All right. So in marketing, I would always say if you're marketing to everybody, you are marketing to nobody. If you want to become that great talent, that great guy, all right, that's making a lot of money from a skill or from her skill, the first thing you need to understand is understanding your ICP, which is your ideal customer profile. Let's get to the next slide. Let's jump into the next slide, please. I wish I can have control over my slide. Now, okay, now this is exactly how you can. Oh, I think you are actually faster. 4C framework to defining your ICP. First is that you need to be clear as who you want to serve. In my case, when I was actually starting out as a social media manager or as a brand manager, I was focused on serving personal brands. This actually helped me to work with the likes of um, Nigeria Brand Chic, GDK, Mr. Chema Fine Eze. I made a lot of top and amazing personal brands out there, both in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, internationally and nationally. All right, because I was focused on serving those guys. Number two, what was their challenge? A lot of them were so busy that they were not able to navigate their social media presence anymore. All right, so I came on board and I really helped them to navigate this. All right, so I looked out for what are those things that was keeping them from achieving looked out for those things that was actually keeping them from achieving what they really wanted to achieve. It was that they had the money, but they lacked the time, to navigate what they wanted to navigate. And most of them had really amazing messages, but they were not able to put themselves out there. You need to find out what their challenges are. Number three, what are their core desire? What do they really want? You need to look out for those things and see how you can be able to navigate it. Number four is to look out for how they think and how they work. For me, I focused on the rich ones, or the ones that were really, 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 who actually, actually had the money to afford me at the time, because where what the regular social media managers were charging was around, say, 50K or say 100K or 200K every month. We're actually charging more than that. So we needed to focus on the people who could be able to afford us at the time. So the way they think and the way they talk was different from the regular business owners who were actually trying to grow their presence online. All right. So this really, really helped me to understand the people that I wanted to serve. Let's actually get into The next slide. Let's look at the next slide. Now, after you've understood who your ideal customer profile is, the next set of the conversation is the positioning question. The positioning question. Who do men say that I am? All right. So you need to ask yourself, yes, you want to attract clients. Yes, you want to be very amazing. Yes, you want to do really great stuff. You need to ask yourself, who do men say that I am? The first person that asked himself this question was our Lord Jesus Christ. All right. This amazing man knew that if he wanted to conquer the world, he needed to have the right positioning. All right. So, in fact, if I had enough time, I would have drilled deep into what this is about. I am hoping that the person that will teach on personal branding is going to break down this point so well. Now, the next one is craft your positioning statement. This is the framework on the screen. I help who? I think you are faster than me, success. I help who get what results using how. So I help service providers attract premium clients using brand storytelling and simple visibility systems. I'm rushing because I was given only 1 hour and I spent about, say, 15 minutes on the waiting room. Please, let's get into it. I need to get into the juice. Please, let's go. Please, let's go, please. Oh, dearest. A Godfather offer. Now you've worked on your positioning. Now you've actually worked on your markets. The next thing is to work on your offers. A Godfather offer is an offer or a deal that cannot be resistible. All right. It makes your ideal client feel foolish saying no. It is built on clarity, massive value, and low risks. It's not about giving discounts. The aim is to raise perceived value so high that clients instantly think this is exactly what I need. This is a Godfather offer. How do you create this offer? Next slide. Next slide, please. Steps to creating a God steps to create a great offer. Number one, identify the core desire. Know what your ideal client truly wants, not just what they say. Number two, package the transformation, not the tax. Sell the results, not the deliverables. Number three, stack value intelligently. Add bonuses that supports the main outcome and make the offer feel premium. All right. Number four, reduce risks using guarantees, social proof, and urgency to make saying yes easy and safe. All right. If I had the time, I would have drilled deep into this, but there's no time. Let's get into the next slide. So the next one is your pricing techniques. I hope you are following. I'm sorry I'm rushing. I was delayed by 20 minutes whilst I was waiting outside. I'm really sorry. So one reason why a lot of great service, really amazing service providers don't make as much money that they really want to make or that they ought to be making is because of their pricing. The difference between the service and the guy that charges 200K, all right, and me who charge like say up to 3 to 4 million naira for maybe the same services is because of we know how to price and then we know how to defend the pricing with the offers. The first one is the cost plus pricing technique. This is where you understand your cost price, you add your profit on it, all right, and then you drop your selling price. For most of us at the agency level, we use this a lot. Most of us that are into e-commerce, all right, I also use this a lot. Now, the next one is value-based pricing. Um, I hope that you send this to all the participants here because I can't see any of them. All right. Value-based pricing is what the likes of the coaches and the consultants use when they want to price their services. It is done based on their return on time investment. All right. So they ask themselves how much is their 1 hour worth, and then they put their pricing there. The third one is the market penetration pricing. This has to do with navigating your low ticket offers. All right. So you're about to enter the market and you're new in the game, it is advisable that you use the market. You go with entering with a low ticket price that the market can recognize you for. All right. Now let's get into the client acquisition phase. Now, what is there? Please hit on slide. Let's go. Yes, firstly is the organic approach. Let's see what we have in the organic approach. Let's see. Now, this is a typical funnel. All right. The first phase is the awareness phase. The second phase is the interest phase. The third phase is desire. The fourth phase is action. Now, you want to get to attract clients organically. The first phase is your content. You should be great at content marketing. You're putting out good content. The next phase is that you should have a great lead magnet. All right. So when you give them these great lead magnets, next thing is to nurture and show proof. What's the proof there? The proof is actually your case studies, all right, and then you show them your past work and what you've done before, all right. So then the next phase is your ability to close, all right. So first phase is awareness. I'll show you the class of content to put out there that can be able to give you super amazing clients. Let's get to the next slide. Let's jump into, yeah, so content marketing. Yes, let's go to the next slide. Yes, please. So now these are types of content you can start putting out that can attract clients to you. The first one is educational content. Now, and the reason why um most persons don't get amazing result as it has to do with educational content is because they are sharing what every other person can find on ChatGPT. All right. If your content is something that everybody can find on ChatGPT, then it's not really deep enough to get anyone to pay attention to you. Number two, try to put out great case studies. People should be able to see the work you've done before, um, you know, what you've done for XYZ clients and the results you gave them. People should be able to read these things from your perspective. Is one of the kinds of content that you should start putting out. All right. I'm sorry. I was giving 1 hour to teach a 4 hours conversation. So that is why you see that I'm rushing. I'm really, really sorry, my people. All right. 1 hour is not even enough to teach content marketing. When I was given the time, I was struggling to put all of these things together to see how we can be able to hit this at 1 hour. That's why I'm rushing this way. So please, if you see me anywhere, actually teaching this, I won't rush like this. I'll take my time to break each of the steps and give you practical approach on how you can be able to navigate it. But I'm trying as much as I can to see how I can congest all of these things into 1 hour. That's why I'm rushing this way. All right. Now we have testimonials. All right. So testimonials is actually one way you can get amazing clients to also, get to work with you and all that. So when people see that XYZ persons are actually talking about you, they will want to jump on the conversation and they also want to learn from you. All right. Now, the fourth one is problem solving content. Now, there's a difference between a problem solving content and an educational content. Educational content is you are teaching what you know, you are sharing what you know, and all that. Those kind of content attracts people that want to learn from you. But your problem solving content, all right, is the content that you within your niche and within your space, all right, you see people that are struggling with something. Example, there's someone who is actually struggling to navigate app core. Now there is a general approach of navigating a tool like that, but there is when you want to add overlays, all right, that's a big deal for a lot of video editors. I mean, the ones that are actually started out. If you pick out most of the problems that your clients are experiencing and give them a solution, they will want to pay attention to you. I have closed a lot of deals by using this strategy alone. All right. So you need to start thinking, this is my skill set. This is what I know. This is what I can do very well. What problems are they in the market that I can use my skill sets to solve? All right. Now, this is what you do with the problem solving content. Number 5 is transformational content. This has to do with before and after. So, as a designer, as a virtual assistant, as a Facebook ads expert, what have you, copywriter, you can pick up, the before of a project and talk about it, and then you show the after. After that project or idea or product have experienced your touch. This gives you a lot of engagement, gives you a lot of leads if you know how to tie it into what you're doing. Now the 6th one is your sales slash offer content. This is where you go on social media or you go on where your people are, and then you make them an offer right on the post. We call this the sales slash offer content. Now, take me back to okay. So I don't actually understand what this person is saying in the comments, but it's okay. So, the paid approach. Yes, let's actually get into it. Yes, the paid approach. Let's actually get into it. Now, the first phase is awareness. So, a lot of persons do not believe that they can use ads or influencer marketing, to get clients. One time, early last year, I was a very active forex trader. I used to trade a lot of forex and all that. I think I lost about say 25K. All right, in USD though, and I was broke. Man, I wouldn't lie to you. I was broke. Losing that kind of fund, it's a lot of money, and anyone who loses such, all right, would be broke. And I needed to make back my money. All right, as a trader. All right, so yeah, so there's someone on the what's it called now on the comments asking for practical examples. This is what I want to actually give now. All right, so I had traded and then we made some mistakes and then we lost a huge amount of money and then I actually came back home to PH because I was in Lagos at the time. All right, so I came back and I needed to um really get results. All right, I needed to really make my funds back. I needed to get back on my element and I needed something to do ASAP. So this was what I did. This was around say March of 2024. I recall that I had like a lot of offers. All right. I had a lot of offers that I needed to actually put out there. So what I did was I reached out to two influencers. I reached out to like two influencers. All right. I reached out to Emeka Nobiz, and you should know that name. And then I also reached out to I think Mrs. Ada, all right. And then I asked them to see, this is what I do. This is what I actually do for businesses. I want you to help me talk about my offer. All right. I had the offers was in different tiers. Really different packages, and all that. So I sent them my offer. I sent them the money that they will use to actually push the offer to the audiences, and then in one evening I made over 5 million naira. All right, so the reason why a lot of service providers don't make as much money that they want to make, all right, is because they don't have compelling offers. They don't have compelling offers. they don't have compelling offers. You need to learn to see how you can be able to create offers, use ads, influencers, Google search ad, SEO marketing in pushing those things. All right. So you drive it from the awareness phase into the phases of the offers. And when they see your offer, the next thing they want to ask you is, are there people who have used your services or your solutions that they also want to experience this themselves? You can say yes. This is where you now show them your case studies. If you have 30 people reaching out, at least if you're great at closing, you should be able to close at least 20%. All right. And then you make your money from there. All right. So a lot of service providers struggle because they don't know how to create offers. This was what actually saved my ass early last year. All right. I came back to pitch and I was asking myself, what do I need to do now? What do I need to do now? I picked up my offer and I put it out there and I had so much entry. Just last week, there were a lot of persons reaching out to me. Oh my God, I want to learn from you. And I was like, I don't have the time, all right, but I have something that you guys can enjoy. Pick my one-on-one session. I think that offer was for, say, 50,000 naira, all right? I picked up that offer and I sent it out there. Then I think in one day, about 1 million naira came in just in one day for a 50K offer. So I've been having back to back sessions with the people who actually paid for that offer. After the class, I actually have a next session. All right. So if you don't know really how to do anything, first, what you should learn how to do is to see how you can create really amazing offers. So if you offer, say, services, all right, and then you're now asking yourself, how do I create an offer from this my service? So the easiest way to navigate your offer is to productize your service. You cannot scale what you cannot simplify. If you have service like, say, Facebook ads and all that, you need to create packages, offers from that your service. So when we say you should productize, it means that you should have a fixed price and a fixed outcome for these your services. Example, back then when I do social media management, I would say that, see, I'm going to manage your account for 1 month and I'm going to give you 24 pieces of content in a month. The price is XYZ. So you see that it has a fixed price and a fixed outcome. So I actually have like a low offer 50K. You will sit with me for 2 hours and I'll help you to navigate your client acquisition. I'll actually help you to structure your sales funnels just for 50K. You see, it has a fixed price and a fixed outcome. What is the fixed price? Fixed price is 50,000 naira. What's the fixed outcome? Fixed outcome is that at the end of these 2 hours, you are going to get XYZ result, or these are the XYZ deliverables you are going to get from me. All right. So this is how you can productize your services and push it into the market. All right. So for people selling, say, real estate, lands, lands and properties, back there when I was really, really active in real estate marketing, what we used to do is that if you get XYZ amount of plot, if you get 1 plot of land, we have XYZ gift for you. All right. If you have XYZ, so let's say that you buy 2 plots of land. We that were in the marketing team will say, okay, if you're a couple, we are going to take care of your spa massage anywhere you are in the city. I thought I was in Lagos, all right? So we had like really amazing spas in Lagos, all right? So if you buy XYZ plot of land, we would give you XYZ massage. Come and see how people were rushing on the offers, because people like it when they feel like they are cheating you. That is basic human psychology. They feel like they are cheating you or they are getting more from what they are paying. All right. So anything, just last 2 months, a friend of mine reached out to me and said, He has a laptop that he wants to sell. You should sell this laptop. And I mentioned that, see, everybody out there is selling laptops. If you really want to differentiate yourself in a crowded market, you need to have offers. So what did we do? I said, see, you will not just sell these laptops, all right? You also need to add free delivery. You would also need to add free laptop bag, free premium, laptop bags. And these laptops were not really brand new. They were Belgium laptops. If you know what a Belgium laptop is, I said, okay, you're also going to give them a free charger, all right, that comes with this laptop. So they are buying this laptop from you. They're also getting free delivery to anywhere they are in this Lagos. Number two, they are getting free, good, great laptop bag. Number three, they're also getting a free charger. Then they can always reach back to you after 3 months if the laptop has any issues. Now you see that in the offer, you give them a guarantee that, if this laptop has any issues within XYZ time, you can always return the laptop. This is to remove the risks and the fear from them. So if you want to push anything massively, ensure that you have an offer that you are putting out there. This is what differentiates the guys who are struggling to sell their skills and products from the guys who are actually making a lot of money. All right, let's drive into it. Let's drive into it. Okay. Hope this is clear. All right. Hope this is clear. First is either influencers. Okay, good. Yes, how I broke through. Okay, let's actually get into this. Yes, all right. Okay, let's actually go into this. Yes. Next slide, please. Yeah, so I'm trying to look at the comments to see who are the participants here. But if a service provider, this is how I was actually able to break through. It's called the power of word. What's the power of word? One offer, one audience, one channel. All right. So, what does this mean? It means that as a service provider or a product-based business owner, if you read your Bible, or I think it's actually out there that if your eye is single, your whole body will be full of light. All right. So the word focus means follow one course until success. So this was what I was able to do. I picked up one offer. All right. I picked one offer. I actually focused on one audience, and I used only one marketing channel to push out all the conversation. All right. So what was that one offer? Managing personal brands, or putting, most of these personal brands in the spotlight. So that was the offer. It was a brand management offer for coaches, consultants, and for business owners who wanted to build their personal brand online. What was the audience? I was focused on coaches. All right. Coaches, people who had something to teach online. They were in the knowledge space. All right. They had a message, to deliver. What was the channel? I was focused on influencer marketing. And most of these influencers are not as expensive as you think. All right. Most of them charges like, say, 40,000. Some charge, say, 30. Some charge, say, 50. Some charge, say, 100K. And they give you a lot of visibility and a lot of leads. I stayed on this one offer since 2020. I think since 2022. I stopped selling this offer early this year because I needed to transition into something else. So I stayed on one offer, focused on one audience, and I used only one marketing channel in pushing the great marketing. If you did not get anything from this class, get this. Okay, someone is saying that okay, Forex did you 18. Yes. Back in the day. All right. So if you don't get anything from this class, get this. If you want to break through in business, if you want to break through with your services, you need to focus on the power of one. What is the power of one? One offer. Exactly. UK used laptop. We sold this thing back then in Lagos. I mean, right now, if you check everywhere online, you will see a lot of these guys actually selling their offers. We were the first that actually pushed most of those things into the market. All right. So if you didn't get anything from this class, get this: the power of one. The reason why a lot of us struggle with our marketing, with our services, with getting clients, is because we are putting out too many things at the same time. Focus on the power of one. This, oh my God, this offer at the time was giving me at least 10 to 15 million naira every month. No jokes. I had over, say, 15 staff working with me and over 40 clients at the agency level. One offer, brand management for personal brands. Who were the audience? Coaches in the knowledge space. Oh my God, name them. How can one in the baking, how can someone into baking create offer and enhance sales? Please keep this for me. I'm going to answer this question, right away. Let's actually get into the next slide. Let's get into the next slide. My moderator, success moderator. Next slide. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's how I got sustainability. Sometimes I always ask people, if you stopped marketing now, will your business stop making money? Or if you stop posting on social media, will you still be making money? Or let's say something actually happens, to your account, all right, and then it was hacked, it was banned, or it was restricted. Will you stop making money? As a service provider or as a product-based business owner, this is what I call the MVM strategy. MVM means minimum viable market. MVM means minimum viable marketing. The first one is retainerships. So back then, most of those clients we got from influencer marketing, back then, most of those clients paid us 2 years retainer. 2 years retainer. Most of them was actually giving us monthly retainers. Some paid 1 year retainer. All right. Just imagine one client paying you 1 million every month for 1 year. Oh, you're a big boy. That is the power of retainerships. That's why even though I post online, I will let it go because I have retainers. Retainer sustains you in business as a service provider. Most of the big consultants you see out there, what is sustaining them and sustaining their family are retainers. What is sustaining their business are retainers. All right. So this is exactly what you can use to sustain yourself in business. Number two, repeat business. So you did something for this client before. There's nothing wrong with reaching out, to the client again to say, okay, we did something in the past. Do you have something that we can be able to work on together and we can, give you great businesses and all that? Repeat business always work. It's something I've done before. I mean, most of the clients that we worked with last 2 years, there's a database for all of them. I reach out to them and say, see, this is this new offer that we have. Are you interested? Right now, we are into event marketing and event production. Someone say, yes, I love the offer. What's the price? And I said, 6 million. Send me a proposal. Repeat business always works. Now we are into event marketing and event production. We do from event branding. So, most of these things are really high ticket. It's not, someone random you meet on social media that would actually, give you these jobs. It's via, your relationships and all that. All right. So repeat business always works. Number three, referrals. Everybody know what that means. Someone is asking a question. How can someone into baking create offers to enhance sales? Number one, create low ticket offers. I have a friend of mine. What she creates is bento cakes. There's something called bento cakes. Bento cakes are, small cakes that have two flavors. Bento cakes are small cakes with two flavors. All right. So she sells this cake for 10,000. If you buy this cake, it comes with fireworks, or your birthday celebration, or your graduation celebration, or your baby dedication celebration, anything you're actually celebrating at all, a bento cake is what you need, and it's just 10,000 naira. All right. So it comes with a great fireworks. It comes with a handwritten note. Sometimes it comes with a free delivery, depending on the package you're actually going for. So, like I said, you can pick one of these things and say, okay, oh, create an offer for bento cakes and push these things. Sometimes in a month, she get 200 orders of bento cakes. On a bad month, 80 orders of bento cakes. Do the maths. One bento cakes is 10,500. So 80 people ordering bento cakes from you. How much is that? That's over 1 million naira in the month from selling bento cakes. Now, there's also this one that she has again. Small, very small cakes in packs. And she calls that banana cake, something like that. And she sells it for, say, 3 to 4,000 naira. And people are buying. People are rushing it. All right. So it's actually one of the ways that you can create offers, as someone that is baking cakes. You create this low ticket offers around bento cakes, around banana cakes, smaller things like this. You pick all of those things, create a good video, all right? Test whichever one is working. Test your creatives and you run ads on those your offers. People reach out, oh my God, we need this, we need that, and you start making money. All right, that's exactly what you can do to create offers as someone that's into baking. Is there another question? Is there any other question, please? Hello?
If you have
Is there any
questions,
other
please
question?
drop it in the comment section.
Yeah, so in the absence of no question, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you guys. Please do well to have a beautiful night rest. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. What do you say to our speaker? Thank you so much for everyone that joined. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. Good night. Oh, God.